Hey, hey, hey.
What up, big fella?
What up? What up? In the
Right.
building.
Man, you got it blacked out back there, don't you, huh?
Let me hold on. Let me hit this lamp.
So,
Ain't that a bitch?
I'll be letting people come in. Got one more spot that somebody can come in. Um, somebody go out, then somebody else go.
Somebody.
Before we go out, somebody else can come in. That's how we roll. Hey, man, the police can't see you, brother. What you talking about?
Oh man. Oh, he down there trying to cap.
Polygamy finna be a good talk.
Well,
What Harvey 96, Nick Charles, Serena Ross, Trill, Lame Beer, Forrest, Jason Robinson, I'm fucking gorgeous week, Billy girl. What's going on?
you going in and out.
Who going in and out? Me?
Yeah.
Damn.
You kind of staticking. Your voice.
Well, that's we're gonna have to podcast and tell them what the problem is. Brandon just stepped in. Okay, let's get. Am I still cutting out?
It's a little bit better.
Oh Lord, the devil is busy. Okay. So how y'all feel about this polygamy thing?
I mean,
Here's the thing. I first of all need women mainly, but men too, to understand all the dynamics around it before they make judgment on it.
okay.
If we can do that, then we can have a good conversation about it. Because we don't have to agree, but my problem with people in general is they give strong arguments and strong debates about something they don't fully even know about. They're not really fully educated about. So, when I first heard the word, I assumed one thing, and then when I started digging, then I found out, what's the difference between polygamy, polygyny, polarity, and I mean, it's just it gets very detailed, and people need to understand what they talking about first before they start arguing, or before they start complaining, nah, I don't want this, and nah, that's some bullshit. I mean, understand what it is first. Understand all the dynamics, because when you first hear about it, women like to think, oh man, he just want his cake and eat it too. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what it is. In fact, that's the opposite of what it is. Because if you think about it, if you really, really think about it, if we're gonna be honest, and I know it's 2020 and women, people have evolved and people have changed, both genders. But if you really think about it, when men cheat on women, like if a guy got like a main chick, wife, whatever, when we cheat, like 90% of the time, that person we cheated with means nothing. Means nothing to us. We'd rather have a roll of toilet paper than that person in real life. With women, it's a little deeper than that. When they decide to cheat, it's a little deeper than that. And I want to say in most cases, it's a lot deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? And so when it comes to polygamy, with a man having, multiple women, if you really want to be honest with what's really going on, we can handle that better than having one woman and then going out here and talking to whoever else. And I'm not saying we need to do that. And another thing too, it's so much I want to talk about, but one thing that women got to understand: a guy going out to cheat has nothing to do with you. In a lot of cases, some women think that, oh, this guy went out and cheated because I'm not enough of a woman, or it's something about me. A lot of cases, no, it's about that guy. You know what I'm saying? It's about him as to why he went out and cheated or why he went out and talked to somebody. It has nothing to do. You can be the perfect woman and a guy will go out there and cheat. That has nothing to do with you. It has to do with him and something in him, whether it was a good or bad or whatever the case may be, or why he went out there and cheated. That's all I'm gonna say right now. I'm gonna let some other people talk, but I got so much to say about this topic. It's not
You
even
kind
funny.
of went in on a lot of subjects there. You covered
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm gonna slow down. I'm gonna slow down because
this was it. This was the one. This was the one that was like, oh, okay, yeah, Ramon about to be, you know what I'm saying, about to be big tonight. This is. When she told me the topic, dog, I started tap dancing. I said, "Oh, hell nah, I'm about to go in." Hell no, you didn't. Damn, you put a whole lot to light. I want to know the people that's like against it. You know what I mean? Like, what's their ideology? Because you kind of covered that. Like, these people are, you know what I mean? They're not giving it the honest go. You know what I'm saying? From an educational standpoint, you know what I mean? They coming at them with some voodoo boogeyman type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. If you just want to use the numbers, one, there's more females in the world. That's one. Two, there's more gay guys. People think it's more gay women. There's more gay guys that prefer men than there is women that prefer just women. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you do the numbers, there's a lot more women out there that's heterosexual that just want men than there is men that just want women. Okay? So if you do the math, when it comes boiled down to it, damn near there's probably 2 women for every 1 man on this earth. Heterosexual.
At least. Yeah, I totally agree with that. With the current affairs and how fucked up things is, what is the outlying ramification of an unwed woman or unwedded people? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that don't have enough to go around. Like, what the fuck is the overall reach ramifications of that, and how negative is the impact of that in our community? Really, you know what I'm saying? That's the real goddamn. But yeah, you got right. I mean, you say what, man?
No, I was responding to Whitney. He wasn't saying it was cheating. You kind of came in after it, so.
What? Oh, okay.
So I used to sell furniture. I used to deliver furniture, and I went into this Middle Eastern house to deliver some beds, and I come to find out that the grandparents, the master suite, the grandparents, they live there. Their 3 sons live there with their 3 wives and all of their kids. So it was about 12 people living in this house. Banging house, like a mansion out in fucking somewhere. And, you know, since then I thought about how we don't use teamwork. We don't work as a team well. Black folks I'm speaking of. And with this whole polygamy thing, I don't think people understand the upside of having that team. That team is just so, I mean, it's just, you know, 2 eyes better than 1, 4 eyes better than 2, 6 eyes better than 4. Like, people don't understand how 6 different people paying 6 different DTE bills, 6 different water bills, like it's so much money could be saved and so much money could be invested when a team is working together and we all got the same goal and we all got the same ideas and, just saving money. Like we Black folks are the biggest consumers of everything. Like we spend money like it's fucking water. Look at these stimmy checks that just came. Motherfuckers done nutted up. They done bought shit that, what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I mean, how many people took that stimulus check and literally just didn't do nothing with it? Like, put it in the bank.
What it was for. It's stimulus to stimulate the economy. They spent that shit right back.
Exactly. They did exactly what the fuck they, man. So, with this polygamy thing, it's a teamwork dynamic. It's like we were speaking about earlier on a podcast. It's really about business. If you really want to break it down, it's really about business. Because don't get me wrong, sex is great, but look how much time we actually spend having sex versus doing everything else in life. I mean, when you think about it like that, it's very minute in the grand scheme of things. And I'm not talking about the importance of it. I'm talking about the time spent on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when people think about it in a sexual manner, they're missing the whole boat, man. They're missing the whole boat. If this was about sex, a nigga he would just keep his one main chick and go cheat on her with these other little scud buckets and only spend 30 minutes with them. He's not going to take on a whole fucking other woman and her bills and her problems and this and that. That's not going to happen. So it gotta be about more than sex.
Right.
But that's what a lot of women think it is. The women just think, oh, you just want another woman, so you can fuck. I'm like, are you serious? Come on now.
You can do that anyway.
Right.
Exactly. Without having a cow.
Right.
You can have a milk, cereal, all that without the cow. You know what I'm saying?
Me on to that mindset, or that's what caused my response. Like you spoke all into my response that I had with a gentleman that was in the comments last night talking about he wanted 2 women. I'm like, oh man, you don't. No, you don't. You know what I mean? Like, no, you don't. You ain't really never had 2 women. Like to have sex, that's different. You know what I mean? That's a small amount of time. You know what I mean? But to really care of a woman and everything that it entails, I mean, you got to be a hell of a fucking dude, man, to take that on twice.
Man, them two personalities, baby. Them two people complaining. Hey, I got a flat tire. You know what I mean? I ran out of gas.
I mean, from a female standpoint, I don't think I would necessarily want to do it. But on the other hand, I do see benefits too on the female end because, listen, if you don't like washing clothes, I wash clothes, and if I don't want to cook, then you got the cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like just simple.
Exactly.
And we can spend less time doing it. We'll have more time to do other things. So it kind of, because you kind of have like a community or a system,
Yeah.
But so I definitely see the benefits. I mean, but that's how we are though. Everything is sex to us. Everything is sexualized.
Exactly. Because everything's so sexualized in the media. Everything. It can be a shampoo commercial and motherfuckers on there moaning, oh my God. It's shampoo. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this. How many females, I'm gonna ask this to Byron too. How many females say, I don't get along with other females? All my friends is males.
Oh my God. Growing up, every single one I met.
So in saying that, if you got a woman with you that's like your fucking sister, your dog, in the house with you, to where it's past friendship, like that's what the fuck most of these females need. They need that best friend because they don't have one. They might have one that they call best friend, but let's be real. Are they best friends? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they really best friends? Crying on each other's shoulder, talking to each other, boosting them up, you know, giving them constructive criticism, and the other one is not taking it as they hating all the time. Oh, this bitch hating on me. No, your hair fucked up. She's not hating. She's keeping it 100.
Shit.
You know,
he has a question, y'all. Can a woman have more than one husband, or is this just for men?
okay, if she can handle it, but most women cannot. See, that's the whole comparing men to women, you know, comparing apples to oranges. There's a lot of things that y'all can do better than us. There's a lot of things. Y'all probably can do more things better than us than we can do better than y'all. But that's not one of them. That's not one of them. Y'all can't handle, a woman can't handle two husbands. It's if he a legit guy. But if he a scrub, maybe. But if he a legit guy, y'all can't handle that. If he an alpha male, if you got two simps for husbands, go ahead. Do what you do. But if you got an alpha male, you're not going to have two alpha husbands.
Gabby said, I knew someone who used to balance 5 men. Child by.
No, she had sex with
them. I need to meet those 5 men. I guarantee that's 4 of the possible simps.
Right.
That's crazy.
Have more than one husband, but men can do it. I wouldn't want to do it. Sister husband. Tone said it ain't fair if they can't do it too if they.
Listen, man. I don't mean to copy what nobody else said, but life ain't fair. Okay, y'all get pregnant. We don't. That ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair. I would love what I be seeing women go through with pregnancies. I feel so bad for y'all with y'all bodies and stuff. That's not fair. You know, things cannot be equal. It just cannot be equal. We're not equal people. We're not the same. And when I say equal, I don't mean one is more than the other. What I'm saying is we're different. We are different. That has to be understood across the board. We're different. Men and women are different. That whole double standard thing is non-existent because we're different.
Okay.
Y'all are not about to go lift fucking 500 pounds of dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, y'all not. And we're not about to have no kids.
The difference is with, think about all the stuff that you do for your husband. Now add that times 2. You married with the one. That's the thing. I wouldn't sign up for no shit like that. I don't want to take the household and that would be enough. That's all you gotta do. Just times 2. I know that's right, she. Okay, let him go ahead and lead this household. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down. What you need? What you need, boo? I got you. What? What are you talking about, Charles? Charles, you got a lot to say, don't you? Thank you, Charles. There's no such thing as a woman self-impregnate herself unless she was born with the penis. Child.
What's the difference?
What if Byron had 2 wives? He would be juggling a lot, right? So what's the difference? Because Byron ain't doing in the clean and all the shit. I'm getting tired just trying to explain why we not do. You know, Whitney, you know you're not about to do that. Quit playing. I'm not sharing a man with other women. Hey, I'm a stingy. You an upset.
Like I said, they thinking about the sex, man. Now picture as a woman if you didn't have to do half the things that you're doing.
Right.
Like that whole half of what you didn't do, you can just be doing whatever the fuck you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, you want to fucking go to sleep, you can go to sleep. You know, people still thinking about the sexual part, man. You already 9 times out of 10, you already sharing a nigga. At least you gonna know who you sharing them with now.
Somewhere in the lady out here is the husband. That way it works. So maybe you listen. I don't know, but what I'm saying is, as for me, I couldn't do it. That's too much. It's not about sexual relationship, it's about more. And you're saying, but men and women have, we going with the traditional roles, right? We have different roles. What I'm saying is take all of your roles times two. You wash sets of drawers, sets of work clothes. You're cooking for two hungry grown men. You having sex with two grown ass and power driving you. Girl, that's what I'm trying to tell you. No, I'll pass. The one is you'll be blew out in no time. You'll need somebody to plunger that cat ASAP.
Did you just say plunger?
Life can be with two people as long as you feel worth it. Now, man, you're gonna have to come.
I would like women to imagine the same conversation and it didn't involve sex. Let's just say the guy couldn't have sex with the other woman. Say that was out of the question, but everything else could happen. They couldn't have sex with them, everything else happened. I guarantee you 99% of the women is going to say, okay, cool, let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm in agreement, but the question then too becomes, what is, if, how many nights of the week is you giving up the cat realistically, right?
It's your back.
You say what?
His background. Because
anytime somebody making somebody else. What was I saying?
Okay, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So if you are giving it up 4 nights out the week, that leaves 3 other nights, and then 3 nights, you still getting your phone. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta be in the room or watch it. I don't know. I mean, I would, on one hand, I would sign up for it, but on the other hand, hey, about it, if we split first, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, let me tell you something. The speed of this router is very fast. I got the fastest internet they offer. It's not that. It's just that if one of them move and they got noise, it's going to cut me out. That's what's happening.
Oh, okay. Got you. All right. I'm going to stand still like a statue.
Old Mac statue and shit. That's what it look like.
This is something new. Let me see. All right. Listen. Because y'all about to stress me out.
About to go.
Byron, can you imagine having two of this person around?
Ooh, this is. Ooh.
You would have went crazy by now.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I look around and I see dudes like zoned out on volumes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like real on heroin. I be like, damn. Probably. You know what I mean? That nigga probably just came from some stressful ass shit. You know, hell no.
Right.
You know, I think about that a lot. Like, you know, I'm just being sick, but hell no. I mean, you know, if you do it honest, I mean, yeah, you think one is enough. You know what I mean? You would think one is more than enough. You know. Two, and I would say in the Western sense, a lot of our women is Westernized, and they can't think out of a box. You know, that's why it's always a contention, rebuttal every time you bring this shit up. You know, sexual. You know, if you think practical, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pragmatist. You know, practical. Like, all right, well, would it be more efficient? Absolutely. It would be way more efficient. You know what I'm saying? You can get things done twice as fast. Like it's wonderful. You can do more things, you know. But I don't know why we keep doing the same thing that's not working over and over again. And then, in order to prove that they're not going to work, we throw in friends, other things that we're talking about. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand. You know, polygamy is tradition, always been a male, because the male has, I would say, the best earning potential. Just period. You know what I mean? Just have the best overall opportunity to move forward in a very seamless way. But I see nothing wrong with adding more hands in the pot. You know what I mean? To move things forward. It's just a lot of choice. Sex, that's an dude. I mean,
Here,
that can happen regardless of the commitment.
like her in. So she gonna have
What's that?
Whitney.
I just have two things. I have two things I want to say to what you just said, which is one, that right there. When you said, why are people continuing to do the same things that are not working?
Tasha, don't follow me now.
What you say? Say that again, big fella.
No, she made me forget my second point when she came in. The first one was like you just said, why people keep doing something that's not working. I mean, the marriage rate, the successful relationship rate, like all of these things have been lower and lower and lower every year. And I'm not saying that's the answer, but I'm saying, I mean, shit, you know, maybe other things need to be tried. You know what I mean? Maybe, you know, some other alternatives need to be, you know,
but you
examined.
want to try to be in a polygamous relationship because a monogamous relationship is not working for you?
For me?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. You saying stuff ain't working, it's not going the way it should be. So you really can only speak for yourself.
No.
So do you feel like that?
I really wasn't talking about myself. I just gave you numbers on the country. I mean, marriage rates, successful relationship rates are at all-time lows. So what I'm saying is people in general.
But you think that people would be more successful in a relationship? They can't be in a successful relationship with one person. So you think adding a whole nother person that's going to stress you out is going to be the cause of successful relationships? That makes sense?
Why are you assuming it's going to stress you out?
Because why isn't relationships working? Stress people is moving the fuck on. Because if people wasn't stressed out, they'd be happy. Relationships would be whole, right?
Okay, so then why not try to have relationships with two people, three people? Why not try it?
Why would you add somebody else? Shit, that's like me getting another dog. My dog is getting on my fucking nerves. Oh, let me go get another dog because then maybe my dog will have somebody else to talk to.
That's a horrible example. That's a horrible example because your dog cannot go help pay you. Because your dog cannot help you go pay no bills.
I'm gonna go to the gas station and the first nigga that say, "Hey, beautiful," I'm gonna give him my number. Cause you know what? I'm in a good space because the relationship's not working. So let me add a whole nother nigga who might not stress me out today. How does that make sense? Now, I'm just trying to get to your point because I'm a layman's terms type person. So put it in layman's terms for me.
Okay. No one is saying go out and just talk to two strangers. Okay. We're hitting too many side streets right now. Okay.
Somebody we already know with an ex.
You could.
So I'm gonna
You
get with an
could.
ex who done already
You could.
previously stressed me out, but I'm gonna add my husband.
Right now we're discussing details that is irrelevant. The point of what I'm saying
That's what I'm trying
is
to understand, because you
that
said that
this polygamy
is not working out today. So if people are getting married, it's a reason why people are getting divorced, right? So if people are not trying to be in their one relationship, why would they add a second person? So now I'm gonna be with two people. I'm gonna have two husbands. What if my two husbands don't work? Do I keep getting a divorce because I gotta keep going until it works, or do I get 20 husbands until the one of them click? Or like how I'm trying to make your point make sense, because the whole time I've been watching this live, y'all have been making this about sex, not just about the relationship. So I'm trying to take sex out of it. Because before you said let's take sex out of it, and sex was still in it. So if we're not going to be in a relationship, we're going to take sex out of it. This for the love, this for the intimacy, and the rest of that. So if none of that is working for people right now, why will we add a second person? How do we fix the intimacy in the first relationship to make that work? Because I don't think no man going to want me if I'm divorced and all the rest of that. So I'm just trying to figure it out.
okay. Are you gonna let me respond before you start talking again? Let me get it all out first, okay? All right. So, like I was saying, this is one option. I didn't say this was the only option. I said this is one alternative that could be explored because the normal alternative isn't working and it's getting worse every day. Okay? Relationships and marriages are at all-time lows. So I said polygamy could be an option. Does it have to be the only option? No, don't nobody have to do anything. Okay? Are we talking about going to talk to two strangers on a corner? No. It could be somebody you already know, could be somebody you don't, could be a mixture of both. Okay? What I'm saying is, just because you were unsuccessful with one person, it could have been just that one person. Okay? But another person plus another person, it's a team effort. It's a team effort. There's like you just said, stress. Maybe if you had somebody helping you with certain things, you wouldn't have been so stressed out.
No.
Okay, maybe if you had a sister or a sister wife or another girl in your relationship helping you with some of the things, maybe you wouldn't have been stressed out. You never know.
Wives, though, that's the thing. It wasn't me and Raquel. We both married to Byron. My household was my household. Her household was her household. It wasn't. We was living in the same house with the kids, and it was just one thing. So that's not the thing. Raquel not gonna pick up the phone and call me and be like, "Hey, I'm not cooking tonight. You got to cook." No, she still had to take care of her household, and I still had to take care of my household. Mm-hmm. Byron was just both of our husbands providing and dropping dick.
Okay. So again, the first person.
So we're not going to look at it like a help. So this relationship is solely based off of what he wants, what I want. Yes, I might know my man got a wife. Like we might can come over and have dinner sometimes, but it's not that. Okay. So
this is
So I understand. No. I understand the difference between having the sister wives and having just sharing a husband. Nevertheless, if you're not utilizing that other woman is for anything, well, I don't give a fuck if it's just a babysitter. If you're not utilizing the other woman, that's your fault that you're not taking advantage of that team aspect.
Polygamy. We're talking about polygamy. We're not talking about who's to blame for not living in the same house. So if I'm married to Byron, once again, me and Raquel married, am I supposed to call her and say, I don't feel like doing my laundry today. I need you to do the laundry for me and my kids? And no, this is my house. That's not what polygamy was. Why do you keep saying
what you're supposed to do and what you should do and all that? If you want to ask her, but if you want to ask her, or maybe she might offer. You never know. She might offer to do your laundry. You don't have to do it. You're not supposed to do it. And there ain't no rules to this. You have to make the rules on your own. That's why you got to have the right people on your team. You bringing up all these rules. Every rule might be different in this situation.
It's the tradition in polygamy. It's what it is. I'm not making anything up. I mean, no one's dropping off shit now. I can call her right now. Hey, you feel like doing my laundry? That's no different than me being her wife or her. gonna come here, he's gonna take care of this house, and that's gonna be that. Get down. That's not, if I'm
Okay.
who turn is it to make the stir fry? Like, that's not how the relationship works.
Okay, so then
I'm just gonna, I'm not gonna be making up no new rules for shit. Like playing Uno. We're talking about polygamy. It's pinned to say, how do you feel about polygamy? So that's why I was in the comments, because a lot of this at first was about sex. If you take the sex out, you're saying that men can handle what women can't handle, but you still not telling me a real difference, because it's not I'm taking care of the kids and I'm doing all of this. If you take sex out, it's the same emotional attachment. It's the same intimacy. He got to leave here and go be intimate with her and vice versa. It's not just, lay down and drop this dick off and blah, blah, blah. So you saying what a man can do and what a woman can't do, that's not the relationship. Like, you want to do your facts. You can look up what's the divorce rate, but look up the divorce rate for people who's been married more than one time and tell me those numbers too. And then tell me if you really think people should be in a relationship like that. It's not about adding in a second person because life ain't going right.
I don't think that's, I don't know. Byron look like.
that's you said a lot of points that ain't making no sense to me. Like, you jumping all over the place. First of all, second of all, no one is saying that's the answer to go have two people. No one is saying that. What I'm saying that you keep missing the fact of what I'm saying is that's just another option. That's just another option. I'm just saying it's just another option. It ain't got to be the answer. It's just another option.
Because ultimately, you feel like polygamy is a bad idea.
No, I don't. I'm just not in that kind of relationship because it probably takes too much time and money. But if people want to go out here and do it, do you, boo? I know people in a relationship right now. I know a girl who's married and they happy in their relationship. And I can probably put them in touch with y'all if y'all want to have them on y'all show to talk about it one day. I know some people real good. I'm for it. You do you, whatever you want to do in your bedroom. Me personally, I don't mind, but I'm just saying, when I first got on this live and heard y'all say the double standard between what men can do and what women can do, or what women can handle and vice versa, I just feel like it's not fair. If you feel like a man can hold two wives, a woman should be able to hold two husbands. But men are so close-minded and want to be thinking about the dick that she gonna be dropped on instead of all of the rest of the shit. What about, okay, so we're gonna play devil's advocate. If I should be able to pick up the wife and be like, wash the clothes, you could be able to pick up the phone and call the husband and be like, pay the rent. So it's no difference. But y'all want to put it out here like, oh, it's such a double standard. People gonna do them, but I feel like we should be able to do it together. If I'm gonna be a wife, I should be able to have a double husband too.
So you more about polygamy is what you talk about. Polygamy, which has a tradition of, you're not talking about that. You're talking about something else. Which I get, because that is another form that exists, but that's just not polygamy. So I'm more on the polygamy side, you know what I mean? Like if I needed a solution to be dropped in the Black community that I feel that would move us forward quickly in a positive manner, it would be all the people that agree and associate themselves with that theology. It wouldn't be anything else.
That shit, the Bible say be fruitful and multiply. You're not gonna do that with just one woman anyway. Shit, we are stressed.
Very true. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. That's.
Well, someone asked, one or two, and Big Fella said, it didn't say that women couldn't do it. That wasn't it.
Your phone cutting out.
Of course it is. Someone had asked Big Fella, can a woman do it too? He said, if she can handle it.
Right.
That's all, that's all he was saying. Never said that she could. I said, I can handle it. I'm not good.
I'm trying to handle my one husband. Shit, I'm still learning to be a wife. Hell, because you got to cook, you got to clean. It is a lot. Shit. I mean, I would love to have a nanny or something, to be honest. But I don't think we can have another woman here. You period, sync up, and all the rest of that shit. But if Lloyd was like, oh, I'm going to have another wife, he would have another wife outside of my house if we going to do the polygamy thing. I've never quite seen people live under one household. I've never known it. you know, that's the weird part of it. But I mean, shit.
Cause Brandon said you were one tonight. Yeah, that's why I was hollering. Ooh, and I keep scratching on my chest.
Yeah, when you get into that little zone, it's flowing, just
No, I was on the live. I was in the comments answering questions. I mean, the phones was going in and out for a long time, and y'all kept saying take sex. I mean, it's not about sex or sex, and I kept saying take sex out of it. And at first, y'all wasn't.
Well,
it's not about sex, but then it turned into sex. Well, it's not. I'm not saying sex, but sex. So
was you here last night?
No, I was at home last night.
All right. No, I'm talking about
You wasn't on the
I had a party.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's kind of like the conversation I was going in earlier in the comment section. It was, you know what I mean. So I was kind of like addressing them, you know, as far as concerned, and he didn't even say anything about handling our ability to handle, you know. But yeah, you know.
Oh, I get she. I scratched the skin.
What's going on?
Oh, pay no attention. I'm a big allergen. It's what it is. You see how red I am? Some pause in my chest. Call me. Huh?
You going in and out. Can y'all hear it well?
Yeah, because every time I go out, you
Well, we all stand still. You're the only one keep putting your titties in the camera. Shit. Stay the fuck still. Shit.
I hope you had this much energy on Ransom Rose.
On Wednesday, honey, I already got to talk to you. I didn't even get down now. Because we're really about to talk about some shit. Because I got some real live shit on that shit that I was telling you about. And it went deeper on that shit today. So I'm already talking to you. So we already going. Ransom Rose is going to be live. Yeah.
Dr. Rose is like
on Wednesday.
Whitney getting run up.
I'm gonna have to rent. I'm gonna have to start maybe getting my hair cut on Wednesdays because I can't be on this camera looking like a cotton ball or motherfucking Q-tip.
Maybe your sister wife can cut it. You ain't got to pay her for it.
I do know this lady who wouldn't mind being my sister wife, and she actually would be my barber. But
you know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Teamwork
make the dream work, baby. Teamwork make the dream work, man.
Oh, what time is we go live on 8:30, Gabby?
Yeah, 8:30 on Wednesday nights. It'd be lit. I'm gonna try to do something for my hair. Sasha not gonna be in the video. That remember she was breaking in. I sports talk too. I'm gonna go ahead and I just hit the X.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish watching. I gotta get back in the bed. I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
All right, see y'all.
Kiss your sister wife. Kiss your sister wife. Good night, for me.
All right, see you.
Bye.
See
Bye. And then get started.
You know. Wait a minute. Let me say something right quick. I love the energy. I love how she came in on fire. But make it make sense, dog. She was hitting so many motherfucking side streets. I'm like, what? I can't even answer one thing because she talking about something else. I was like, man, I can't even respond to all that, man. I can't even do it. I know there's a difference between, you know, a guy having multiple wives and they know each other and they in contact with each other, but they're not like sleeping with each other or nothing like that. They basically just sharing the same guy. But I also know that there's a situation where they are all together. They all in the same household. They all under the same, you know, roof. They can have multiple cars or whatever, but you know, I know there's different situations. I do know that one of them is called one thing and another one is called something else when they're not all you know, separate. When they live in all separate lifestyles, separate marriages or whatnot. So, to be honest with you, either situation could be helpful to a woman. To be honest with you, and that's the point that I was going to say that I forgot when she got on. a lot of women are not looking at how it would benefit them. They think it's only going to benefit the guy. And that's why I said if you take sex out of it. Because if you take sex out of it, you're going to see how much more it benefits the women than it do the man. How much more. Because to be honest with you, if it's a man, the only really upside for us, I mean, because don't get me wrong, we're both going to benefit some of the same things. Especially if, like, say, for example, you and Byron got kids. If another woman came in, both of y'all are going to benefit if she was like babysitting them and y'all could go out of town together or whatever the case may be. But if you take the shared benefits away, the singular benefits that Byron is going to get from her is just the sex.
Right.
That's it. That is it. Everything else, the woman is going to benefit having that other woman around. Every other aspect. And that's just the one thing I would love women to understand.
Right. You did. I mean, at the end of the day, like I say, you ain't got to be in a room, or maybe you won't be in a room. And I don't know what. Don't tag a motherfucker. What you gonna do? But
hey, I ain't old yet, but some old folks have told me you'd be surprised what you like sexually as you get older and what turns you on, what all this and all that. So you never know. That shit might hit a motherfucking chord that you didn't even know could be hit. You know what I'm saying? But I can't see it, but hey, whatever.
man, I don't know. I don't think it's a horrific idea. I just know that sometimes it's a bit much, and men and women.
Right, and I can see both sides. I can see how a woman would have a problem with it, and I can also see how a man would be like, man, that's too much. My hands full with one, bro. Nah, can't do it. So I can see both sides.
Yeah. I would love to add somebody else in, but bullshit Instagram, my button is gone. They're gonna have to fix this. They're gonna have to fix this. I don't think cutting out shit.
I would love to hear your best friend opinion.
Baby, I'm gonna get her on here.
Man, she ain't gonna get on there. She ain't gonna get on and say that. She's scared.
Now she's scared. I'm gonna call her
scared.
again. See if that works.
Tell her I said she yellow. She high yellow.
No,
I wonder what Chick would say.
I see. I'm gonna have to make a surprise. Visit when you and Whitney on. I gotta get my revenge. I gotta come in with some steam.
not a surprise.
And be like, hold up.
Right.
We gonna be talking about some nonsense stuff you don't even care about, though.
Yeah, I'll act like I care.
You was crazy. What?
I know one of y'all topics one time y'all was talking about that I would have definitely had a little bit to say. Who was y'all talking about? God damn it. It was recent. It might have been on y'all last show on Shade and Shenanigans.
Oh, okay. On Shade and
It was some celebrities that y'all was talking about that I said I definitely would have had something to say about that.
Oh, yeah. She said he can come on Sports Talks.
She ain't ready for all that. Sports in my blood, man. She ain't ready for all that.
Jesus Christ.
So, Sheila, it's so many shows. I'm getting confused. So on Wednesday, it's Rants and Robes. Everything that comes from me is from Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time. We can go 8:30. We can go 8:30 on Wednesday Eastern Standard Time.
And if you on the West Coast, make sure you understand what East time is. Because I didn't. I forgot.
Shit. But yeah, man. Somebody made one of the guys in the comments. He was saying something about with them periods link up. I'm out though, or something.
Hey, listen, and this is why I ain't got no problem with no guy saying, "Hey, man, I'm good. I'll just deal with this one woman," because when you dealing with black women, listen, you about a half step from getting stabbed. I don't care what the hell the topic is. Y'all crazy, and it don't take much. It don't take much for y'all to go. It's like y'all got three settings. Y'all at a 2. Y'all at a 5, and y'all at a 10. Y'all walk around at a 2. Y'all nice, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all at a 5 when y'all arguing, and then it don't take but one thing to be said or did. Y'all at a motherfucking 10, and y'all see red.
Man, I don't know. I don't really like to argue.
Exactly. Why not? Why not? Why not?
Because
why not?
That's
why not?
Why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Crazy. Black women, man. I know. My mama here in my house right now. She probably hear me talking. She knows it's the truth.
Listen.
My mama would stab a nigga.
She said stereo.
Mama wouldn't though. That was the problem. She would go pray about it.
My mama will stab you and then pray for you.
Yeah. I think
pray that the Lord will take you to heaven, and pray that she will be forgiven for what she did.
Ooh, baby. Yeah, listen. Them Aries is something else. I can help a new moon to Aries. So I go, them Aries is something else, baby. My mama's an Aries. You got to figure out what bag is coming up out of, or what wig hell. Not correct. Yes.
I'm about to, there's communities. Back to the topic we was talking about. There's communities and there's like large communities. Like, you got these groups on Facebook and all this and all that, polygamy and all that. Like, I'm in a few of them, but all the conversations I've been in, it's like people, it's like 90% of the people is like curious about it. They want to do it, but they're not doing it yet, or they not found the right people to do it with, so I think I'm gonna build me a little team this year, man, fuck 2021 up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get me a little team going, man. So I'm gonna be that example, you know what I mean?
Well, it'll be.
I'm gonna show Whitney how it's done.
Yes, loving God. And that's was so we're reiterating that. But what about polyamory?
Yeah, refresh my memory what polyamory is.
Shit. Byron, now you the damn Webster now, shit.
Where that motherfucker at?
I believe polyamory is when you are married. Remember when I just said it's two different ones? I think that's when you are married to each one and they're just sister wives. They separate, got a house for this one, got a house for this one, so on and so forth. Polygamy is just you having multiple women. Whether they sleeping with each other or not, you just having multiple women.
Okay, Sheila, let me go on the phone. I'm gonna go ahead and Google because we're gonna talk about
Let me know if you're clear. I'm glitching too. Am I
Say it again?
as well? Or can you?
Yeah, I think everybody is like just going in and out. But I think when I stand still, I can hear better.
No, you.
I think it's just like a speakerphone. You know, when one sound come in, it kind of drowns the rest out.
Could be.
Yeah, that's what it is. They got a noise cancellation. Let's see here. Okay. So polyamory is the practice of engaging in multiple romantic and typically sexual relationships with the consent of all the people involved. Well, niggas live like that every day. Let's see. How is polyamory different from polygamy? In short, polyamory is the act of having intimate relationships with more than one person at the same time. Polyamorous person might have or might be open to having multiple romantic partners. Polygamy, on the other hand, involves being married to multiple partners.
Okay, so it was the other way around. What I just said. So it's the other way around. So polygamy is what we're talking about, is being married to multiple people.
Right.
Now is it clarifying as polygamy, meaning they're in separate houses or together, or what? Is it clarifying that?
Was in the separate house. Now, this is too much. For some people, a polyamorous relationship involves being in a relationship with multiple people, but having one main partner. For others, polyamory is a possibility of being in two completely separate relationships.
Right. So you can really replace relationship with marriage. So yeah, it's still saying the same thing. One is you talking to everybody with everybody of consent. You one guy, you talking to multiple women, they all know about it. And then versus you actually being married or in a relationship with each one of them.
I've been saying that the whole time. The husband, his wife, we have to have another wife. I've been saying that y'all crazy. No one's trying to make you crazy. Byron must drop. Oh. Well, oh no. I can come out and come back in. Oh, Lord.
Oh man, this is funny.
Like that ignorant fool.
It's so funny because I see mostly guys in here. That's because they better know what they're getting into. They think they just gonna have two girlfriends. Nah, you gonna have two whole separate situations to pay for, to deal with, to fix cars. You got to do brakes on both cars. You know what I'm saying? You got to take out two houses of garbage. It's double time, baby. It's double the goodness and it's double the badness.
Man, I guess. Hey, LaShawn, maybe we should, I don't know. Maybe we can come back and do it tomorrow. Byron then dropped off. It's 11:30.
I'll be ready tomorrow too. Just let me know.
I will for sure.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace. No doubt.